Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yua, and in today's video, I'm going to be trying on the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be trying on, give you my first impressions and thoughts in creating an eyeshadow look with it. So if you would like to see my first impressions and try on and see what kind of makeup look I create with the Riviera palette, then please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do post weekly beauty, fashion, and lifestyle videos. So if you would like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. All right, let's get started. Anastasia Beverly Hills released a new eyeshadow palette called the Riviera palette, and it is their summer eyeshadow palette. Here it is. Here's the packaging. It's very different from the previous 14 pan eyeshadows in that it's no longer that like velvety kind of texture. It actually is more of like a canvas feel, and it has these blue and white stripes, which I think is perfect and beautiful for summer themed. And then obviously the Riviera and the Anastasia Beverly Hills are printed in that gold finish, which is very beautiful. This palette retails for $45, which is $3 more than their typical 14 pan eyeshadows that were typically $42. You can purchase this at any of the retailers such as obviously Anastasia Beverly Hills, Ulta, Sephora, and Macy's. So you can purchase it directly from any of the retailers that carry ABH products. So here's the inside of the eyeshadow palette. There are 8 matte shadows, which was these bottom rows and this white one up here. And then the other 6 on top are all metallic according to ABH. On the cardboard box that the palette comes in, there are actually 3 pressed pigment shades, which are Bahamas, Candies, I believe I'm pronounced that correct, and Palm. So that is Bahamas, Candies, and Palm, which is the very vibrant pink, purple, and then this deep brown shade. Those 3 are considered pressed pigments, which that means that it's going to be definitely more pigmented. Also in the palette comes with this dual-ended brush. One side is more of like a blending side, and the other is a packing kind of shader brush. This brush is definitely much stiffer. They're not really soft. I feel like it feels really synthetic, which I typically do not like to use the brushes that come in the ABH shadows. So I already do have my foundation on and my brows, and I do like to prime my eyes with concealer and then set down with the translucent. The first shadow that I'm going to go into is this very light peachy one called Estate right here, and I'm just going to put that as my transition. I'm going to further go in, deepen up that peachiness with the shadow called Coastline right here. Definitely is within that peachy kind of orangey tone. So I'm just going to deepen up that. Next, I'm going to go into this matte shade called Monte Carlo, which is definitely more of like a matte muted pink shade. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer corner right here. Ooh, it's a very vibrant pink. Much more vibrant than I feel like it looks like in the palette. And I really want to go into that very bright, vibrant pink shade called Bahamas. Remember, that is one of the pressed pigment shades. So I'm going to go in with the smaller tapered blending brush, and I'm going to pick up that vibrant pressed pigment shade called Bahamas. And I'm going to focus this sort of my lower lid. And I feel like a lot of the first shadows I put down kind of disappeared. So I'm going to go back into like the orangey peachy shade called Coastline with that small taper blending brush. And I'm just going to kind of bring back that shadow on the top. Next, I want to go into the metallic shades. I'm going to pick up the pink metallic shade called Palermo, I believe that's what it's called. And I'm going to use a flat brush. And I'm just going to do that dry. And I'm going to put that right here, closer to the inner corner. And it's working very, very good. It's very pigmented, even though I'm just using a dry brush. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to go into this matte purple shade called Canis. I believe I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that is also a pressed pigment shadow, and with a small tapered blending brush, I'm going to put that on my entire lower lash line. And we definitely need a pop. So for my inner corner, I'm going to go into this metallic yellow shade right here called Inheritance. And I'm just going to pop that right in my inner corner. Ooh, now this is a very beautiful shade. Look at that pop of yellow. And then lastly, I'm going to go into this matte white shade right here called Sails. And I'm just going to kind of highlight my brows. Alright, so that's pretty much it with the eyes, and using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera eyeshadow palette, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my eyes and my makeup, and then I'll be back to give you guys my first impression of the Riviera eyeshadow palette. Alright everyone, so I'm back after applying the rest of my makeup on, and I just want to give you guys like my final thoughts, first impressions on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. So first of all, I love the packaging. I think it's super beautiful, although I do think like even with your previous palettes, but this one alone as well, even though it's a different material, I still think it's going to get pretty dirty easily if you're not very careful and gentle with your shadows. But other than that, like, I love the color scheme. I think it's perfect. And I think this is like one of ABH's first palettes that's very colorful. And I think it's perfect for spring and summer. And I just love the pops of colors and being able to be very creative and really stepping away from those neutrals that usually ABH is very like stuck on. But other than that, you know, the formula is very good. I feel like it's very similar to the previous palettes that have been very popular. I think that they're pigmented, easy to blend out, works very easily on the eyes. So overall, I really like it. I don't have any complaints at all. So other than that, like, if you are interested, I do recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I think it's great for someone who's interested in colors and who have maybe a lot of neutral shadows in their palette and want to add, you know, a colorful palette for spring or summer. Comment below if you'll be picking up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. If you have already picked it up, how do you like it so far? Let us know in the comment section. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and have a wonderful day. Bye guys!